before, we are supposed to go out on every single tour that we offer so that we can give you feedback, we can understand better the logistics of the tours. So obviously I went out for my kayaking, and if you have never kayaked before, but that's one of the things that you want to try out, I encourage you to do the one in Sitka. The water is so smooth that you feel that you can just walk next to the kayak. So here in this case, we go out on a Zodiac to the floating house, you get all your devices, and then it's where you start with your kayaking. It's a two-person kayak. I sat in the back and take a lot of pictures, but it's really, really very nice of scenery. Got to see some bears when I did it, a mother bear and 3 cubs, so it is a great experience, and if you have never done it before, it's a great way to try it out. And then snorkeling. I know you all came to Alaska as a highlight is being going out and snorkeling. That's why we actually offer it twice, not just one time. Here in Sitka we have the dry suit snorkel, so you wear your own clothes, you get this little astronaut suit, I call it, and you have an amazing chance to do snorkeling. What you get to see here is so different than what you get to see in the Caribbean. There's so many kelp beds, there's starfishes in every color. It's just a very different atmosphere.
But if you want to stay on dry ground, and we don't always say that for Alaska because even the ground is not that dry, but yes, if you don't want to go snorkeling, here's some other great adventure options. And so we've got the Rainforest Hike. Again, you see the benefits that we spoke about with the Juno hike. So you have a guide, you get to learn about everything that's around you, the history of the trees, the creatures as well, and you've got that person who is bear savvy, and you definitely need that in Sitka as well. Or why not mix it together with a bit of a bike ride? So we've got the hike and bike, one of my favourite tours. I can tell you the bike ride, it's a very gentle ride, and you go around the winding curves of Silver Bay. And if you are doing that, please make sure to be looking out all the time. Just whilst we were bike riding, we saw humpback whales, we saw sea lions, and we saw eagles, just whilst being on an adventure tour. So again, that's why we love Sitka so much. We can have all these adventure tours, but actually wildlife is a byproduct of what we see out there.
Yeah, when you ask the locals, Silver Bay is definitely one of their favorite places to go to. Now we have a couple of very cultural tours. Now remember what we say to you, Sitka is still the real community. Like Juneau and Ketchikan, you will see a little bit more commercialized, lots more shops and so on, while Sitka still keeps a lot of traditions, and one of them is the Russian history. So when you do historic Sitka, you go out to the Sheldon Jackson Museum, which is very interesting. I encourage you to open the drawers and see all the little artifacts that they're keeping in the closets and so on. There's lots of history and a very nice little museum. Then we also go to the St. Michael Cathedral, which is the first Orthodox cathedral open in the north of the United States. And as well, you do have the Archangel dancers. It's a group of only ladies, and they do these very nice Russian dancers and explain a little bit of the history and the purchasing. So it's a great combination tour. Now, if you want to learn more about the native culture, we do have 2 other options. We have the Alaskan Raptor Center and the Rainforest City Walk. It's a nice walk to the rainforest, through the rainforest. It brings you out to the Raptor Center. So here you have your native culture while they're showing you all the little totem poles and so on, and you visit the Raptor Center, or as well the Explore Sitka, where you go in one of the clan houses and you learn a little bit more of the native cultures. Then we move to the next tour, Venus Palette. Now, I've never painted before. I'm a disaster. I have 2 left hands for painting, but again, we try out every single tour. So I went out and we got to do, like, you follow every single step of the teacher. She tells you how to do the sky, the ocean, the rocks, whatever subject of the painting that you're going to choose on that day. So we did the chance to have, we had the chance to do some orcas. Now, if you more than welcome to come upstairs to look at my painting. I call it a sea cow because it looks more like a cow than an orca. But I really tried hard, and I can't wait to hang it back at home. But then I was so ambitious and went back. One of my special places in Earth is a little lighthouse that is in Sitka. That's the Rockwell Lighthouse. Some of the tours will pass by, so I went back again and I did my Rockwell. So I went very artistic, mountains, everything. So if you have never painted before, listen, if I can do it, everybody can do it. And the proof is upstairs. So if you ever wanted to give it a try, it's a very, very fun tour to do.
So lots of great options there in Sitka. Again, it's going to be deciding what you don't do because there's just so much to do. And then